I can't believe it, but we are back with a 8-year hair loss update. It doesn't even feel like it was 8 years ago that I lost my hair. For those of you that are new around here, back in 2016, I lost 70% of my hair within the span of 5 months due to alopecia areata. And I figured out how to grow it back. If you guys want, you can go and watch those videos. I have tons and tons of videos that are super helpful for hair growth. But in this video today, I'm gonna update you guys on where I'm at with my hair now, as well as some of the things that I feel like are so important that I've kept along the way that I think are important for anyone in their hair growth lifestyle. And I promise this video is full of some really great helpful information, so you're gonna wanna watch it till the end. Before we get into this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And also, please share this video with anybody that you think might benefit from it. So just briefly, back in 2016 is when I first originally lost my hair. I regrew it and it all came back in. And then about a year and a half to 2 years ago, I started losing my hair again. And that was due to hormonal hair loss, as well as I experienced alopecia areata again. And I broke that video down. I believe it's in my POI story, but I'm not exactly sure. I'll link that for you guys so you guys can check that out if you want to. But after that, it all started growing back in and everything was going great. Everything was going strong. But during my hormonal journey, I ended up gaining some weight, and it wasn't for lack of like trying to control it. It was just a hormone thing. So the doctors ended up putting me on hormone replacement therapy, which is important for my condition. Over the past like year and a half, like my weight has just like slowly come off, which I'm so grateful for. But if you know anything about weight loss, one of the side effects can be hair loss. So I did lose some of my hair in the center here, but not a ton, mostly in the center in my hairline. I wasn't super concerned because I already know what to do to regrow my hair. And I just kept up with a lot of the things, and I can already see like along my hairline, like I don't know if you guys can see it. I can see it when I look in the magnifying mirror. Like there are tiny, tiny hairs that are growing. And if you have ever experienced hair growth, your hair on your head ends up growing in a little bit thin, a little bit wispy, and that's completely normal. And sometimes it can even be like white or gray. When your hair is starting to grow back in, it's usually pretty weak, and then over time it strengthens up. The pigment will show up. It just needs some time to end up looking like the hair that's on the rest of your head. And so if you are experiencing hair loss from weight loss, let me know. I can make a whole video on that for you guys. But the tips in this video that I'm gonna share are really gonna help you as well. Okay, so the first thing that we're gonna talk about today is something that I talk about a lot on my channel, and it's something I truly, truly believe in that really, really helps, is red light therapy. It's also known as low level light therapy. And I've been using one of these devices for the past 5 years. It honestly is such a game changer. And the device that I use in particular is the iRestore Elite. And this is me back in 2019. It's successfully regrown like all of it, except for this one bald patch that wasn't filling in. And so I started using red light therapy, and after 5 months, my hair started to grow back in that patch. And so it definitely worked for me, and I know it's worked for other people as well. So it is a technology that I truly believe in. And I don't know if you guys follow me on social media at all or not, but I was sharing that I am actually taking a course in trichology, which I'm so super excited for, because it is like the study of scalp science, and all of the knowledge that I'm learning in there, I can in turn help you guys, which is what I want to do. And so how red light therapy works is it is singling out the red light out of the wavelength, and it is delivering that to your hair follicles. And now I use my device once a day for 12 minutes. And what that is doing is it is enhancing the energy inside of your hair cell. And that is so super important, because that is going to help your hair cells divide and grow quicker. It's going to help them be more efficient. It's going to help hair grow more rapidly. I'm learning in my course that energy in your cell is just so important. And so that's why I really, really love this technology. And so I use my device every day for 12 minutes, and that's all you need. It has 500 LEDs and lasers, and it has triple wavelength technology. So because of the 500 LEDs and lasers, you're getting enhanced scalp coverage. And because of the triple wavelength technology, you're targeting a lot of your hair cells' needs. And the quality of the lasers that they use in this device is really fantastic as well. They use the VSCEL lasers. Now I like to use the portable battery pack with mine because I can walk around and do other things while I'm wearing it. It's such a fantastic device. If you guys aren't using red light therapy as part of your hair growth regimen and you've been doing all of the other things, I would suggest giving this a try, because this can be the thing that made the difference like it did for me. If you do want to purchase your own, I do have a coupon coupon code for you guys. I'm gonna put it right over here. And so you'll be able to save money. I'll also put a link in the description box for you guys for the exact one that I use. Okay, let's talk about the second thing that I do still for my hair growth, and that is diet. So I try to eat like a very clean diet, and I follow kind of loosely the 80-20 rule. So what that basically means is that 80% of your week is spent eating really good, nutritious, clean things, and then 20% of your week is just living. You're always gonna have things to do. You're always gonna have dinners to go to, birthdays, celebrations. There's always gonna be yummy food around. Having that balance really, really helps because I know that I'm getting all of the nutrients in that I need. And then 20% of the time, I can just have a little fun. And I don't wanna make it seem like it's been a super easy journey. It has not. And so if you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I've been talking about the AIP diet forever. That's the autoimmune protocol diet. And I want you guys to know that it's not something that every single person has to follow. It is a pretty restrictive diet. It's more for those of you that have alopecia areata, alopecia totalis, alopecia universalis. The more autoimmune driven hair loss ones will most likely be the ones that will benefit from this diet. This is something that will really help you. And also if you have other autoimmune issues, I have 4 or 5 of them and alopecia areata. So for me, it made sense to go on AIP and it worked for me. But if you're experiencing any of the other types of hair loss, hormonal hair loss, androgenic hair loss, telogen effluvium, postpartum hair loss, any of those kinds of things, then you don't necessarily have to go so strict. And that's why it's one of the first things that we talk about in the Hair Growth Intensive is figuring out your hair loss type is so important because it's gonna help determine what your hair growth journey is gonna be and what the most important things are to focus on for your hair growth. And also, if you're not like a naturally healthy eater, I mean, I never was. Like growing up, yes, we had a lot of Indian food in the house, but we also had super sugary cereals. We had all of the super sugary processed junky snacks that you could have. We had McDonald's all the time. When I was working at Mac and working in the mall, I was eating fast food all the time. Like I was not a healthy eater at all. And for me, it's been a journey. It's taken time to get to this place where I now have balance. But all I can say to you, if you are like me at all, is to just stick with it. There are gonna be times when you're going really well, things are great, and then you have like a relapse and you just wanna eat all of the bad things and you go and do that, but then you get back on the horse and you just keep going. Just keep trying and eventually you will get there. And now for the third thing that I do to keep up with my hair growth is I will keep up with my supplements and getting my blood work done. So I will usually have my doctor check my vitamins D, B12, and iron to see where they're at because those are the ones that influence hair growth the most. Those are the ones that I want to kind of keep an eye on to make sure that I am getting enough of those vitamins and nutrients in. And so if you can, I would definitely get those tested from your doctor. And the other thing I do is I keep up with my supplements. I have everything linked on my Amazon shop, that's in the description box, but the ones that are the most important is I will get a daily multivitamin in because I'm covering all of my bases with that. And then I also focus on getting a really good quality omega. Omegas are really great because they are anti-inflammatory, so they can help drive down any sort of inflammation in your body. Thirdly is probiotics. Now, probiotics are so crucial for gut health. Your gut microbiome, if it's imbalanced, can be the cause of so many different diseases, not just autoimmune disease, not just hair loss, so many different diseases. So taking a very high quality probiotic is super important. And so the other thing I do too, if I notice that my vitamin D level is a little bit low, and this can impact people usually in like the winter months where, you know, it gets dark earlier and in a lot of parts of the world, it is cold, so you don't necessarily want to go out and spend a ton of time in the sun. But if I notice that my vitamin D levels are low, I will get a good quality vitamin D3 with K2 in it. K2 is really important to take with D3. But for the most part, my multivitamin has me covered in that area. And so I'm not a doctor. Definitely before you start taking any supplements, check with your doctor first, but these are the ones that I feel like are most important for sustaining a hair growth lifestyle. Okay, number 4, and this is another one I've been talking about forever because this is one of the leading causes of hair loss, so it's so important to focus on, and that is stress management. So the thing is that, like, I feel like as a society, like hustle culture has been put on this pedestal, And I don't feel like for a lot of us, especially for women with our hormones, because our hormonal balance is very, very delicate. Hustle culture can be very toxic because it has you just going and going and going and not really checking in with yourself to see how you're doing and mentally how you're doing. So it's really important to develop stress management techniques to help you. When I first lost my hair, I didn't have anything in place and had that hustle culture ingrained into my brain. And no wonder, obviously not the only thing that caused my hair loss, but it is one of the things that can really just, if you have any sort of semblance of disease going on in your body, it can really just kick it into overdrive. So that's why it's really important to get a handle on your stress levels, to develop techniques. So one of the things that I've kept up with over the years is meditation. Now, I'm not perfect. I don't want you guys to think that I meditate for 20 minutes every single morning. You know, there are times when, yes, I can continue and stick to it every single day. And there will be a month here and there where I don't get a chance to do it and it falls to the wayside. But let me tell you that if you are a regular meditator and you stop for a bit, you will notice a difference in how your mind works and how you're able to calm yourself down. So that's been really super helpful. Another thing is walking. Walking is really good. I take my dog for walks and that helps to decrease stress. I'll just put on like a podcast or an audiobook. Another thing is to switch up your state of mind. If you are in a spot where you're feeling really stressed out, you can't like think clearly, it's really great to take a step back. You can either sit and focus on your breath. You can like watch something really funny really quickly on your phone. Get yourself laughing and that will help switch your state of mind up and get you to decrease your stress levels. Another thing that has been really helpful to me to help monitor my stress is a smartwatch. If you guys have one of these things, they are fantastic. Like you will know that like on your dial, you can kind of like decide what are the most important things that you want to monitor. For me, the biggest one is my heart rate. So if you can have that on your smartwatch, I would definitely suggest making that like the biggest thing on your smartwatch face, because monitoring your heart rate will help you decipher when you're actually feeling super stressed. If you notice that your heart rate is elevated and it's not in the normal range that it normally is at, and if you're doing something strenuous at that moment, then that obviously is what's causing it. But if you're just sitting there and you're not doing anything strenuous, that will alert you and let you know that you are being stressed out by something at that moment. And when I get into those moments, I will tend to focus on my breath to calm my heart rate down right away. What I'll do is I'll count my breaths. So if I'm inhaling, I'll count 1, exhale 2, inhale 3, exhale 4, up until 10, and then go back down and repeat. And it's not like I'm forcing myself to breathe. I'm just like counting as I'm naturally breathing. That will really, really help with your stress as well. You'll notice and you'll watch your heart rate will slowly start to go down. Okay, and the fifth and final thing that we're going to talk about, and this is one of the most important, that is to do daily scalp massages. Now, scalp massage is so important because it is going to enhance blood circulation in your scalp, which is crucial because so when you eat something really nutritious and you're digesting it, your blood is going to transport the nutrients from that food around your body to the different organs that it needs. When you do scalp massage, it encourages the blood to flow to your hair follicles. So doing that multiple times a day is going to really help to support hair growth. And so you can use your fingers to do that. You can use a scalp massager, scalp brush to do that. Do this about 3 to 4 times a day. What I find helpful is to do it in the morning, right after I've showered, in the evening before I go to bed, and then 1 or 2 times in between. And you're gonna take 2 to 3 minutes to just massage your scalp. And so I'll start from the center of my scalp and then I'll work my way down and then I'll go to the back and I will start at the top and then I'll work my way down from there. Because it's so important to make sure that you're getting as much blood and nutrients to your scalp to support hair growth. And so if you're not doing that as part of your hair growth regimen, I would definitely suggest adding that to your daily hair growth lifestyle. And so I hope this video helped you guys. If you guys have any requests for videos in the future, please let me know in the comments and I will see you guys soon with another video. Thanks so much for watching, guys.